What up? All right, almost forgot to turn on the mics again. I'm just crumbling here. We're back. We're actually right into the draft. Before that happens, O'Draskell here bet me $400 I couldn't chug a monster.
That does not sound like a bet I would make, given your history.
Given my history. Well, we can test him right now.
It's too cold.
I was going to say, that can actually looks frigid.
It's too cold, but we're in a draft. Hey, what up, everyone?
So does that mean you owe me 400 bucks?
No, you said you wouldn't take it.
There it is.
There it is. Well, already simple enough. A Drow Puck. We were just actually talking about this as a thing. You know, you have someone who can play in the off lane. I'm sure Ryu can, and I'm sure Blitz could middle. And the Winter Wyvern.
It's a nice save hero.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I don't want to say one-dimensional, but it's very targeted. What Team LH, which is the Radiant team, are going to be doing here. They're just counter-picking the heroes directly.
Yeah.
Like that Spirit Breaker is good against Drow. It's okay against Puck if you can catch him at the right time. And then PA is great against Puck, great against Drow Ranger.
The biggest thing is here, apparently, because the 3-second buff on Winter Wyvern's Q, it lasts 3 seconds longer. Fogged actually played it yesterday, and he told me it doesn't burn for the last 3 seconds. So it's actually, he didn't get buffed at all. He said it's a bug. I mean, it's a bug. Like
because
the last
it's supposed
3
to
seconds,
deal percentage damage every second.
Yeah, he said the last 3 seconds of the uptime, it doesn't. Like, it just doesn't, which is bad, and that's why I'm surprised he picked it. I want to just ask him right now. Maybe I should.
Yeah, but it's very good against the aggressive nature of what LH want to do. They have an SB already, they have a PA, they have Lina. Like, obviously these heroes are going to be kind of running at you.
Yeah. And it's nice to have, you know, if you are pushing a base, have some sort of sustain.
I was going to say that perhaps Veggies would think about picking a mid-hero with a little bit more control, like a Qualifiers Invoker, but at the same time, if it's going to be Will playing mid, I'm pretty sure he doesn't play Invoker.
Whoa. You don't
No,
think
I mean,
he
like,
can?
legitimately, he does not play Invoker, as in I don't think he likes the hero.
Should we go and ask him?
I'm not flaming him. I mean, you can just open the door and yell, but it could also just be like the standard mid-puck. I'm just very used to seeing... So, for example, when C9 did this stuff, they always put the puck in the off lane.
Yeah.
Right? They put MSS on it, and then they do their business. But I'm curious to see if it's going to be a Will Puck or something else.
Now, Sand King, from what Blitz has told me, I mean, it's pretty much agreeing with every team. They think Sand King is, like, the best hero in the game right now.
He is super good. You can send him anywhere. He's a good roamer. He always manages to find farm. Even if you're not, like, sitting in a lane on your own, you're able to pick up Sandstorm. And even if the jungle's not amazing, only a couple of stacks, you can recover, get your Blink Dagger, great teamfight presence. He kind of does it all. The only thing that he doesn't do is right-click.
Yeah, which, I mean, you have a drow. You have a drow. And now they're probably going to be looking for, I mean, mid laner or off laner. Puck can do either. I mean, what's the Puck versus Lina matchup? We've actually seen it quite a bit. Puck's new base damage is super good. I think attack animation is better than Lina, too.
It's very hard to deny against Lina, though.
Yeah.
Because Lina has a pretty low
Dragon
mana
Slave
cost,
too,
Dragon Slave, and you can spam the wave out. I think it's relatively even, maybe even more indicative of player skill than anything else.
Yeah.
Like whoever wins that matchup. But we also have to keep in mind that there's a Disruptor and an SB on the enemy team. Whereas right now, Veggies are rocking one defensive support in the Winter Wyvern, and then one very farm-oriented support, assuming that's not just Sand King off lane.
I believe most people are putting him, I mean, support now, but I mean, he can go off lane. That's a great, like, it's weird how Dota is now. There's actually, like, Puck, Sand King on the same team. Like, you don't know. Are they going to be off lane? Are they going to be?
Ambiguity is always very good in Dota.
But, I mean...
They think it's at least Puck off lane, so they're assuming Sand King support, because they're banning, like, they banned TA Viper, So incoming, I guess, off lane? Support Spirit Breaker Disruptor? That's a pretty okay
right
combo.
In their assumption.
Yeah, but I think... okay.
Well,
so
Shaker Disruptor again.
I think it has to be Shaker offlane this time. I don't think you put SB offlane.
I don't think you can anymore.
It just seems like a waste to put that hero's early game potential and lock him down to one lane and just be like, yeah, just sit here.
That's the thing, right? Yeah, he's supposed to be moving around the map. He's one of the few heroes like Nature's Prophet who can move around the map. You want him to. He changes the way a fight happens because you think it's 2v2. Well, now it's 3v2. Someone just appears. What's the Spear Breaker build? Everyone's been maxing charge lately. I used to be a max bash guy because it feels so good, but
the charge is
stun
consistency.
Is so good. Yeah.
It's really about just getting the guaranteed 2.4, I think it is, second stun.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just don't bash, and when you don't bash, you're having a really bad time.
Yeah.
So it looks like it will end up being the offlane Puck, as we were kind of talking about a little bit earlier, and Razor versus Lina. I don't know. I think in a lot of matchups that the Razor would probably win this, especially when you have that Drower going for you as well.
Yeah.
But there is a Spirit Breaker, and that hero is just so good at pressuring the mid lane. I think he's actually one of the best.
Can you... I know for a while there was a bug there where when you got charged, you could see it come off the Razor, even though it's across the map from his E.
I don't know if that.
Anymore,
I don't know
right?
if that still works. We can watch for it.
Well, definitely, yeah, we definitely will. I hope not for the Spirit Breaker's sake, because that would just ruin the game for him.
The other thing too is that level 15 talent, you take like 260 damage.
Yeah.
If you have that talent too, so every
That
time
thing
Spirit
is
Breaker
insane.
charges,
Yeah, you're right. Like,
you get nuked really
and
hard.
if he's a position 4, he's gonna have no farm. He's actually just gonna die.
It's also great against PA for the same reason.
Yeah. I think a lot of people weren't going that, and then they realized how much it actually is. Like, the damage is actually insane.
It turns your unstable current into a 260 damage nuke every time someone casts a spell on you. And Phantom Assassin has very low cooldown, single target spam spells.
So, I mean, they can't... And Razor's going to be super tanky this game, so it's going to be rough to bring him down. I mean, he's our front liner.
It's definitely a great last pick. I do like... LH has a really good draft. I don't think that there's anything glaringly wrong with it. Like in the previous match when we were watching Veggies, it was apparent that the opponents they were playing against were going to have relatively weak lanes.
Yeah.
This time around, I think it's going to be a bit different because you have that Spirit Breaker. So even if a lane is even potentially losing, you always have that X factor of, you know, are the charges going to come in? Are we going to get a bash? You know, how much pressure is this hero going to be able to apply?
Yeah. And, well, we get right into the game here. Fix this really quick. And, yep, Boots first on that Earthshaker means he's probably going to go top. You usually see. I mean, he has 2 clarities. Spirit Breaker. Boots, well, okay. Exact same build from both of them.
Interesting that he actually got boots. I wonder if he is debating skilling Bash at level 1 instead of Charge.
I guess if they... I mean, maybe... I'm assuming since this game happened right after Veggies, they were probably watching the end of the game, and they saw, like, the 4-man contest, possibly. And they're like, oh, we can take a fight.
But if you're going to contest, you would actually want to start with a Stout Shield, no? Because you're going to be the first one in the fight.
And you wouldn't want 2 clarities if you're skilling Bash, so yeah, it just seems a little odd.
Oh, we'll see what he does.
Yeah, he has Charge now. And it looks like Ryu is down here. Still no Aura skilled, and they actually went the long way here. I believe this ward might have caught him out, though. But Merlini's still smoked. Moving up. Hasn't skilled the Aura yet. In what world would you skill Frost Arrows first? Even in a 1v1? Even in a level 1 fight, isn't just the Aura that much better? Yeah.
If you have another hero with you that's offering some kind of slow, then you pretty much never skill it, because it's really weak at level 1.
Yep, and here we go. Oh, whoops, I forgot to... Well, now we're back. He's going to get the charge in. He doesn't have Orb up. The stun is going to happen. Can they bring him down? Another dagger comes out. He has boot... I mean, he can just harass him, really. He's not going to get this kill, but... Do you blow the health potion, or do you just see tangos, or do you go back to base? You can't just go back to base.
You can't go to base. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to tango it up.
Yeah. And now Fog's going to be down here with him. It looks like they are playing a lot like most of the pro teams now, just 2 duo lanes. Secure farm for both your lanes, get levels, it's fine.
Strong duo lanes is a good counter to Spirit Breaker, because it makes it very hard for him to find a good charge target.
Yeah.
But if it's just a solo off lane, even if you're not killing the puck, you keep him off the wave, you can charge mid.
Yep. Oh, and he has to be very careful. The problem is he's losing all his damage, but he's taking a ton right here from the Disruptor. The Disruptor's just manning up on him. He already started with the health potion, which is nice, though. But he has to be careful. He needs to pop it. He can't get it. He knows he has LSA, so doesn't have to worry. He's not even using it right now. Gonna get stunned. He knows he doesn't have Link. He's just going to push up on him. Blue. Unfortunately, was a little out of position there. Can't quite get it. Gets the health potion off. It's not bad. I mean, doesn't he just bury himself another one, probably?
I would assume so. Yeah. It seems to be like the meta now, that if you have a support start against you, you just ferry more regen, because you got to stay in the lane.
Here we go. We see secured farm for Rybors as well as some levels experience. They are here. Once Spear Breaker gets level 2, it's like a whole new... That's just really rough. And here we go. They're going to charge in. Nice stun from Fog. Double stuns. He doesn't get anything off. He's just going to be able to orb out. Will he? He has no boots, but neither does this young man. And if that charge hit, that might have been a first blood. But
it's very possible.
How did he do that with level 1? That was actually insane.
I think it was right on the edge, too.
Yeah. So Fog saving Ryu's life right now. And now top lane, it means they can maybe bully the Earthshaker, who's actually very, I mean, a little more than 2.5, so he's doing well.
This is not a lane that's built to kill an offlaner. They're more comprised around, you know, getting the levels up, getting the coil going on Ryu, and then fighting and killing towers once the Drow is level 6. So I don't feel like this is the we're gonna own our lanes game. as it was in the previous game we saw Veggies play. It's more about try to get to the mid game unscathed, and then kill some buildings when we can. And they also actually have pretty solid team fight. Like Winter Wyvern ulti is good. Then you have Sand King with Epicenter. Then you have Dream Coil. So it's not as if they're just completely left wide open if they start 5-manning. They have a lot of avenues to play this out.
We haven't seen, what, safe lane PA? Usually when it is core, it goes, what, middle?
It goes mid most of the time, yeah.
Because, I mean, it wants to, like, it's really good 1v1. You just spam the dagger out once you get a higher level, but...
It's so hard against Razor, though.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, I mean, maybe no, there's no way they're thinking about putting him when you have the Lina already. This is interesting. 8-5 versus 4-2. Lina's getting a little bit handled. I mean, Razor's attack animation's probably better. I mean, you just throw up that W and he's forced to run back.
That's a Drow or a Razor, too. That's probably about the hardest possible matchup that you can get for an actual Razor. But the cool thing about Lina is her recovery ability is insane. She has great mana cost on her nukes. She pretty much just wants levels first and foremost. That's why she goes to the mid lane.
Oh, and Cap's actually in trouble here, getting chased down by a level 3 Earthshaker. Oh, but on the backside, Razor, he has to juke back. Does he have boots? No, just a windlace, but he has one in his E. Whoa, Grant's camera's moving a little off. He's trying to stun. I believe he's just dead. He's going to get right-click. They're charging. He is level 2, but they have to get back. He has so much damage stolen already. 100 damage a hit. And First Blood comes around Blitz. And now he has boots.
That was a little bit strange, though. The Lina hesitated her stun a few times.
Yeah. Bottom lane, Ryu is getting the kill on blue. He goes down, so Fogged gets a decent chunk of experience. Now he gets some solo cost to get to slow him down.
I don't know if those types of trades are really worth it for Veggies to take.
Yeah.
Because you're trading support for a hero who actually wants to be getting items.
Yeah. And you have Sand King gets... I mean, at least Sand King's getting levels when... But Ryu's already right back, so...
Yeah. I guess it's not really, like, a huge thing one way or another.
Yeah.
Wait, did the PA get the kill, though? Is that the...
No, it was traded, or shared.
Oh, okay, shared gold.
It's only 134, and they're going to harass a little bit. Orb's going to miss. And this puck does, I mean, like you said, the Drow Aura doing about 75 a hit. Here we go, charge comes in. He does have Bash up now, dodges it, gonna throw dagger, doesn't have the mana. Well, maybe with if he uses his 4 stick charges, has to be careful, gets the stun up. Spearbreaker's in a lot of trouble. He's gonna go down Sandstorm. Actually does so much damage even at the early levels now. Are they gonna, they should just get him.
I think he's dead.
He has Orban too. Are they gonna go for both these? Yep, they should maybe get both of them, but a TP back in Spearbreaker, maybe bring Fog down. He doesn't have a Sandstorm out. Use a stick.
Oh my god.
This is going to be bad. Oh, if he gets... Oh, no bash. He has charge in 3. He needs to make something happen here.
I don't think he's going to get a kill.
Nighttime just came as well. Ouch. And that's a good trade for Veggies.
That was actually painful that they didn't end up getting a kill on the side of LH.
Yeah.
It's just really hard to charge the puck. Like, the way that Ryu's positioning in lane, you'll notice he's always standing to the far right.
Yeah.
Because he knows that the Spearbreaker is going to be coming from the left, so it gives you more time to react to the charge.
Yeah.
And it allows you to almost assuredly get the phase shift.
And it's hard, you know, if you're not, like, say, like you, like, thinking that critically, like, maybe he could come over here and charge from this side, but, like, in the middle of a game, it's hard to think about something like that. And even then, if Ryu, I mean... Ryu is an ex-professional player. Like, he knows what he's doing, probably more than most people.
I think even charging the puck in the first place is kind of hard to get away with, you know? Because he has so many ways to escape, and I think that that point the Disruptor was only level 2 and he had Kinetic Field and his Q.
Yeah.
He didn't actually have Glimpse. So without the utility of that spell, punishing the positioning is not really working out so far. But yeah, the Drow Aura is definitely helping. It's only a 2k lead though.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Blitz farming out, I think that's the problem. You don't really have anything to gank this Razor besides a low-level Spearbreaker. And you kind of want to. Uh-oh, well. Okay. That's that.
He's like, I'm just standing out here. Whatever.
I don't think they can get this kill. No, oh, they do have Laguna, but he's so slow with the caustic on him.
He doesn't have boots.
Yeah. Okay, so he doesn't go Orb of Venom on Tree, but he goes it on Sand King. Oh, here we go. They're trying to initiate on Spearbreaker. They want the Lina more so, but they'll take the Spearbreaker. Should be a pretty easy kill. He orbs up top, actually, as EDO forward. Yeah, but he can't do anything. This could be a kill. He used Phase Shift. Doesn't have enough for Laguna, unfortunately, and now he's going to turn around. He's bottling up this whole time. Ooh, didn't bottle before Phase Shift. They're going to get the stun now. Ryu's taking a ton of damage. Will they finally bring him down? They're trying to bring down everyone. There goes the Lina. Charge comes through, hits 2 of them. Fog just hitting him in Sandstorm. Can't do anything against him. They have a sentry down now. Just noticed, but the stun out. It gets the caustic hit on him. Damn. And like that, another good trade for veggies.
Man, he was hitting so hard there. The Drow are up plus the 56 link damage on top of it.
He's doing a solid 170 at 6 minutes in. It's pretty nice to have. And look at this. They have a shrine up. Not going to use it yet. Gonna wait for Blistifer Columbus. Have you ever casted with Blitz?
I have casted with Will before, I think.
How's that? Do you remember really?
It was a long time ago, I want to say. Like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe? Yeah. I always like hanging out with Will, though. So.
Same with me and you.
Yeah.
Actually, we have not casted since well, we're blood brothers, you know, so I mean, we just hop right in.
When you drink from the cup of Han, you know, you're your brothers for life. It's
actually true. Uh-oh, and here we go. Harassing coming in. Oh, and here he comes. Does he have phase boots? No, it doesn't need him. They're just going to blow him up. And like you said, once they get some levels, they can just start moving around the map. And that's what they're doing. This poor Disruptor. Both Disruptor getting, like... Do you think Disruptor is a good hero to pick in a game? I mean, I wouldn't say... Well, I probably would, but they know they're probably playing up a bracket. Like, they know Veggies is probably better than them. Do you think Disruptor's a good... Like, you're going to feed a lot, right? Do you think it's a good pick like that?
I think it's something that can be equally punishing for the enemy team if you let the Disruptor get a handful of levels. Like, Glimpse is one of the most powerful tools in the game to punish aggression.
Yeah.
Especially if the enemy team is losing the fight, you know, you get a bonus kill here and there, it can definitely help your team snowball. Biggest weakness, though, always is the laning phase.
Oh, here we go. Charge going to come in. They might be overextending. He is quite a bit, and the Q up from Cap's going to slow him down quite a bit. They have double ice. Last shot. Doesn't look like he can bring him down. Merlini's going to be in a lot of trouble here, but he's getting that pathing from the Fisher. Now here you go. Like you said, the glimpse, but he gets the double silence off perfectly timed by Merlini. And they just committed 4 up top for nothing, and that's rough.
That was definitely rough.
I don't even know if he saw the Lina. That was, I mean, he angled it more so over there.
No, he definitely saw the Lina, because the Lina was walking.
Oh no, and he just brought his phase boots in from the chicken. He actually does 300 damage a hit at 8 minutes in. This tower is definitely going down. Get a stun, maybe block him in.
I don't know if he has support, does he?
I don't think he does. I think you just block him and maybe force him back, but I don't think Blitz is getting back. He's getting this tower. Easily, we miss a kill. Bottom, actually, again on the PA.
They coiled for that, yeah?
Yeah,
they did.
And they are now getting a little bit out of hand. 7K with the Drow lineup. I mean, this is what a Drow line wants to do. Punish you, get towers. And that's what they'll do.
The biggest concern for a team like LH is that you don't really want to be giving away the kills. Yeah. It's okay to lose the towers. You kind of expect that kind of thing because Veggies are going to group up and they're going to start to pressure the towers, and sometimes you decide you want to defend, sometimes you don't. You know, maybe you want ES to get Blink first. But like the kills that are going the way of Veggies is more concerning.
Yeah.
Looks like Cap is going to be
killed off by an Earthshaker. Didn't have to use ult. And once again, Tranquils, he's going Soul Ring this time and he'll get it. More people have been going that. It feels like Mana Boots is just more efficient, and it helps your team out if you want to fight more.
It's efficient for the cost, but you also have to keep in mind that Tranquils keeps you like high health all the time.
Yeah. That's right. And I mean, but it does feel like Radiant team maybe wants to fight. I mean, you have a PA, you have a Spirit Breaker, you have all these like fighting.
That PA is so poor though.
Yeah, he is. They all are. This is the rough thing. Looking at the net worth chart here, we're actually going to see possibly a fight over here. They're looking around. Nothing's gonna happen. Blistifer level 10, drums, Aquila, phase boots, raindrop. He's unkillable.
Tanky. He's super tanky.
Merlini as well. I know he had. Did he sell it? He had a Wraith band too. No, it's on chicken. Wonder if he knows. Oh, he does. He's bought an Ogre Club. Probably gonna bring it down. They're just gonna push out bottom lane. They're content with this. Even Fog's just getting farm up top.
They're feeling so confident in the early game that they're pretty much just not even having the Sand King with them.
Yeah.
And they're saying like one hero can defend the tower.
Charge coming in, no ulti from Yellow. He wants a bash. There's one of them. He can just stun over the trees if he really needs, or he can do that. Oh, they have the dust. Nice. Oh, did he do the beta dust out on purpose? He knew he could stun away. It's a lot of gold for like Disruptor and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, why not bait it?
Dude, that's actually the 50 Sandstorm DPS is like one of the best talents in the game, I think.
You know, like I saw somebody get the attack speed slow on Epicenter the other day. I don't think I've ever seen anyone get that talent. That's the thing, right? Like I'm trying to think of what point in time would that talent be worth getting?
50 is quite a bit, though.
It sounds like a lot, but most of the time,
if
you're epicentering somebody, they're not trying to hit you. They're running away because they're being epicentered, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It just seems like redundant to have a talent like that.
Yeah. Oh, and they were searching for this Earthshaker. Somehow he gets away, though. Fog's going to have Blink in about 300 gold.
Oh, they have an 8k net worth advantage at 11 minutes. My goodness.
Yep. Oh, and it might be turning into more. Nice stun, hits 2 of them. Cap will be able to slow him down, though. Drum charge up, and he is going to get melted. They might even not just kill him. No, they're going to kill him right away. Leeches the damage. Charge comes on Merlini. It's definitely going to get canceled. And tower goes down. Let's take that up to 9k.
This has been fairly one-sided, at least throughout the early game.
Yeah.
I suppose that LH have a pretty okay high ground defense. But unlike last game, Veggies, where their team was not really super good at killing Roshan, you have, you know, Drow Aura, so you can take out Rosh whenever you want for sure.
Yep.
How close is the ES to Blink? Does he have like any money at all?
Yeah, he's still going Soul Ring.
Okay, so he just got his Soul Ring finished, still very far away.
Meanwhile, Lena is trying, can get the mana boots if she wants. I think she's scared to go over there for good reason.
They're still short a couple of core items. Like, obviously the Blink on the Shaker is priority number 1. Disruptor apparently is also not 6 yet, which is something that they're going to need.
It's going to be rough. Has the illusion, you just pick it up and get out of there, but maybe they're going to save it for a... Illusion! Yeah, I don't think you have to save it for anyone here. More than likely, Vlad's on the PA. Armor for everyone, a little bit of damage here or there. Whatever. They're smoked up behind Lena. But Lena gets back. How do they bait out a fight here? Are they trying
I guess
to?
just walk forward and use stuns, pretty much.
Oh, they're going for it. They just blink straight in. Oh, has the E. Will it be enough to save? Yes. No, it's not enough. Merlini goes down. Blitz actually taking a ton of damage as well. They're going to throw him back. This is the perfect team fight for him. Nice coil, though. Going to hold him in place. They still do. Now they're all low, though. Fogged on the backside. Gets one. Rybors gets one as well. We have a charge going in. Rybors just trying to go away. Can they get anyone else? He has Blink. Did he see him? He saw him. He's going to dodge up. Whoa. Ooh. What's this guy doing? He's just chilling.
I think he was around just in case Ryu decided to go all in.
Well, that's a very good fight. They lost their Lena and Earthshaker, though. The two need items, but they bring down a very strong Razor as well as Drow Ranger.
2 probably of the best kills that you can get.
But actually, look at this. Ryu's still got 400 for killing the Lena. That seems ridiculously high for the net worth, right?
It does.
It's quite even for the kill streak. It was only 432. That's a little bit unfortunate for the rating. I have to do the math. I'm not known for my math.
I'm definitely not known for my math skills.
Good.
I can tell you that.
Let's be honest. When do you actually use math in real life?
Almost never. They have computers for that, Grant.
Yeah, exactly.
Calculators.
And what's a baker's dozen? 12 or 13? Nobody knows.
I think some people might know that one, actually.
I mean, a baker maybe, but that's about it. Well,
we got into the wrong line of work.
We did. Should have been a baker.
Should have been a baker.
What would you bake if you were, muffins or cookies?
Oh, muffins for sure.
Muffins.
I think muffins are like that perfect point where you're like, they're not too sweet, so you can eat a lot of them.
Yeah.
But cookies can be too sweet.
You know the worst? Those muffins that like are so wet. I mean, they're really good. They're like wet, but they like get stuck in your throat.
Oh,
have you had those, dude? I love them, but they're like I can't breathe when I eat them. Muffins all over me. Well, charge on Merlini. Oh, is he to try to TP? Wait. Did he? Oh, he went through creeps. They knew. And now they're getting baited out. Blue is in a lot of trouble. He's trying to counter ward. Doesn't even get it. He gets stunned, pardon me, and he's dead.
3 shots.
And now Blitz. Oh. They're just going base, huh? 15-minute base.
There's nothing really scary because there's no Earthshaker with a Blink Dagger yet. So the high ground defense, at this stage, you would typically assume that the Shaker is close to Blink, if not has it.
Yeah.
But he's had, I mean, relatively speaking, his lane wasn't that bad. But he's just not as farmed as his team needs him to be at this point.
Still about 1,100 off that Blink. And the problem is when you're uphill defending, you're not going to get any creeps because you're so focused on defending your PA and Lena. But here we go. Last Smoke Tank was good for him.
It worked
Go
out.
for another one, yeah. Oh, Fog hiding. He'll be in this fight. They're going to charge, looks like, onto Capitalist. That's a good good person to charge on, but he's way ahead of his team right now. Blitz on the backside here, charges in, TP's already coming. It's Fogged. They're just going to try to get some damage. He is stealing all of it. They need to get back. He's going to send Fogged all the way back. Gets the stun off. Capitalist getting damage down. Laguna, he goes down. Spear Breaker as well. Rybors gets his coil off. Blitz does so much damage. Will they finally get him? They do lean. It does 2-for-2 trade. Fogg's running from behind, though. This could be the problem here. He has Epicenter. Will he do anything? Blue just going to get manhandled by Rybors. Oh, where'd Sand King go? Oh, he's up here. All right. Will be able to bring him down. He has the frost arrows on him. Caustic's only level 1. Needs to get it off one more time. I believe he has him for sure. And Merlin picks up the kill.
I mean, all things considered,
that wasn't that bad, yeah.
The smokes have actually worked out for LH, especially since like the Lina lived through the fight that time.
Yeah.
She's up there in the net worth, you know, with the Drow and the Razor at least. So it's not like a complete loss. Yeah, the PA is dying, but it's kind of hard to not die on PA at this point.
Yeah, unless you're just standing in the back throwing daggers. But they need someone up front. And it was like you said, Disruptor right there sent Fog out of the battle, so he couldn't do anything for like 10 or 15 seconds. If he didn't get that initial stun off, it could have been a lot different.
Yeah, the Storm missed though, which is unfortunate. I think he tried to solo Storm the puck.
Yeah,
but then he just kind of walked away. Yeah. So all these engagements, you know, the spells are being thrown at the right targets. If they can get a little bit more coordination and they keep catching veggies off guard like that, you know, once the Shaker has Blink too, especially, it can be rough.
Yeah. And they're going for Roche. Let's see.
They have Echo too on LH. I don't know if they have a smoke though, because they've already used 2.
I think you get a third one by. You should have a third one. I guess we can just check, right? Or can you not?
I don't think you can.
All right. Or wait, I think if you. Yeah, I don't think you can. We'll just assume they don't.
This is why we need Webboss and Script, because they would know.
Yeah, they would give us the old yes or no, the classic.
They would just type something and tell us that we're dummies.
Which we are.
Yeah, it's
you can't argue. Yeah, I mean, at least we're 2 of the more self-conscious people. We're dumb and stupid, and one of us is ugly.
We'll do a coin toss.
It's me.
We'll do a coin toss. It's fine.
No, it's me, definitely. I'm drinking Diet Coke and Monster. What is wrong with me? Oh, there's cameras everywhere, but nothing's happening. Sanjin Yasha, this guy zooms. Level 2, only an unstable current. He's going to be at about 480 move speed.
Yeah, he's cruising. That's what you want on the Razor. You always want to be able to just keep the link going as long as you can. Yep. I think the cast range talent is also level 15. It's 175 cast range, so that it also helps a lot with being able to keep your static link alive and well. But yeah, Veggies still have a pretty firm lead over the game. 12k at 18 minutes is nothing to shake a stick at.
He has his Bloodstone now, so I mean, one more smoke gank, if he doesn't die, you know, get up to 14. Makes staying alive in fights much easier. Blink Dagger, they need to somehow, like, they have wards, they're getting countered, they just need to get him a blink in, like, the next minute. I don't know how. They're scared to even go in their own jungle here. Like, look at even Teal's just daggering and running.
Well, you can see, like, the sentries placed on the map by Veggies. Like, they've been pretty active about having D-wards everywhere.
And I like that they just go with them. They go with the more obvious places, you know, maybe they don't know the more tricky spots. You just go with here and you just clear out all their vision. And they have one super defensive one right here. And that's what all Radiant has. They're going to scan out. Look at that. They're like, we want those golems so damn bad.
Yeah, this is actually when you see like some of the more experienced teams start to send out like one support to a side lane.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, if this support dies, whatever. Someone else is getting farmed, too. Right? Yeah, that's what they call the pile die, basically. Yeah. You walk to some weird spot in the map where everyone's like, why are you there?
Oh, boy.
Looks like it might happen anyway.
Yeah, Bruno here is going to go down, and he even dodges the dagger. Charge is going to come up. He has phase. Doesn't even have to use it. Just going to coil him. He's going to ulti. Nope. Phase shifts out a bit. Is he just farming? Sorry, I heard like all this stuff. Yeah, there's farming. He TP's out, actually, and...
He wants top first dagger.
Shiragami is not looking good. He just gets blown up. And that is going to be a 9, 2, and 5 puck. And they're just going in even more. Evades an attack, luckily. Cute. He went with the unstable current. I want to watch PA daggers. Oh, he just did. I didn't do that much.
Did he have the...
Yeah.
Did he actually get the unstable current?
Yeah.
He did.
It didn't...
Oh, it's not maxed. That's why.
Oh, yeah. Even then, though, that's still 230 magic resist.
He has
rain drop. Yeah, that's it. Uh-oh. And they're going hard on him. Nice. Everything, pretty much. They're just all going down. Merlini on the backside. Blitz is just in the backline wreaking havoc. They get his Aegis. Unfortunately, He's going to come back alive. I believe he has another Q. Teal's going forward to Merlini, who's so tanky, and here comes the epicenter. They just blow him up. That's a 3 for 0. Is that a buyback or no? Only 2. Oh, yep. Teal did buy back. Earthshaker gets his blink. He finally does it. They bring Blitz down. Merlini would be a huge kill as well. Will they get him? The last auto tech isn't enough from the Lina. And now Fogged is gonna die.
He actually
went for it.
Oh, he didn't get him.
He didn't get him. And now look at this. Oh, and the Shrine base. I actually hate base shrines. I'll just throw that out while I'm talking. And he's getting a glimpse back. Oh no, but Lina was chasing. Oh, Bruno got him. Well, okay.
Base defended.
Base defended. How much did they do? Not even that much unhealable damage. 4 Bloodstone charges. Blink by Earthshaker. We saw. He won him that fight, like you said, with the blink.
Got the salami.
Yep.
That's all you need. And he got 2 of the best heroes as well.
He did.
Even with the Cold Embrace coming out at... wait, they did save Ben. Yeah.
Yeah, Ben barely lived.
Merlin didn't die.
Yeah, right. That last one hit by Lina wasn't quite enough. What happened to phase boot Lina?
That's what Sumail does, isn't it?
I think so. I think some games. I think it's like this: brown boots, Bloodstone, or else Ewell's phase boots.
You're just so fast when you have phase.
Especially phase Ewell's. When you go for that, like, I think that's more when you, like, I mean, he probably shouldn't go this game versus all of them, but...
Probably not, yeah.
I think that's when you want to be super aggressive. And Sumail's Sumail, so... I'd say he's pretty good.
You know, decent.
Decent
player.
Back in my day, I could probably take him. Do you watch basketball?
Not that much, no.
I mean, you know who LeVar Ball is, right?
Yeah.
You know? When he said he could take Michael Jordan in a 1v1, he has, like, averages 2 points in his, like, freshman year of college.
Yeah.
That's pretty much me. Except he has the big baller brand, and all I have is Dr.
You gotta
Pepper.
aim high, though, you know?
You do. That's smart.
You can't just say, oh, man, I'm never gonna be Sumail.
What? This guy just has a full Glimmer cape?
Dude,
I know he got the kills,
he
but...
He didn't die, right?
500 kills off that, probably got all the assists.
Disruptor is super nice for high ground defense because he's always the hero that sits the furthest away from the tower.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have to really put himself in harm's way to use spells unless he's outside on the map. So yeah, not actually that big of a surprise, but you can still see the lead from Veggies is 14k.
It's pretty big.
It's substantial.
Compared to the Disruptor last game, because it feels like they're in a similar position, but now they just have, like, they actually all have at least one, at least even he has an urn. Blink Dagger, Lina's moving up. Lina has a full 4 staff now. That's nice. Except the PA, that's rough. That's your safe laner, and I mean, Vlad's itself will just be nice, but at 6 minutes when she gets it, it's gonna be rough. Oh, they don't. Oh, he does see it.
Well, it's nighttime, so he might not actually have vision of the low ground that far.
But if they ever leave base, he'll see it, get a counter.
So off of that high ground defense, it looks like Veggies are just taking the slow route. They know that they're farming pretty much the entire map right now.
Yeah.
So it's not like a big rush to end the game. It's not as if the PA is close to BKB or anything like that. Nope. So I guess the power peaks, if you want to call them that, and the items that they're really looking for aren't going to be online that soon, especially when you have such little of the map to work with on LH.
Here we go, possibly. Nope, cancels charge. Yeah, and you see Blitz after that death, he goes straight hood and a plate mail, going for the Shivas next.
Yeah, he just wants to be hit.
Yeah.
He wants the enemy team to attack him, more or less.
Yeah. This Cold Embrace, I think, did you like that, Cole? The ulti from Cap there? It set up the fight, but it felt like Fogged went in early, too, because the stun didn't do any damage because of it.
Yeah, but that's more of a follow-up thing than it is a was the ulti good thing. Because as soon as you see, there's a stun bar.
Yeah.
So there's not really much of an excuse for not, like, lining up the stun properly.
Yeah. Here we go. Has a Dragon Lance, makes the high ground defending. Even he's level 18. So this Lina has levels, has items.
16 Bloodstone charges, man.
Hasn't died. I mean, but they're still, like you said, in base. Like, it's hard to farm anything. They may be able to defend, but even if they defend, if they lose a fight, they just lose a game at this point, which is rough.
I think they kind of need a smoke to move out. Okay, there we go. SP to spot one. So we might see them move across the map now.
That's rare.
Yeah,
magic resist over damage. I think it's smart. I mean, when Lina's the only farmed hero.
Well, not only that, but Blink Echo and Static Storm as well.
Yeah.
Those are, like, very hard to avoid, even for a puck. So, like, if the Shaker gets the jump on you and you just get instantly echoed, you can die pretty quick.
The problem is with this smoke is they're defending in base. So say some lanes get pushed in. If a hero doesn't show up to defend the base, it's pretty obvious smoke. That's the thing, like, especially in pubs, that's the thing I see the most. Why doesn't our supports buy smoke and gank? Like, you have to have a plan with the smoke. You can't just smoke and hope for something. You have to have a plan, like, let's push out the waves, gank their jungle.
Yep, I agree.
A lot of the time.
It's also, like, even more, like, to your point, it's more difficult, too, when you don't have the vision.
Yeah.
So sometimes you do a blind smoke. That's what they call, like, the desperation smoke.
Yeah.
When you can't see anything, but you just have to do something. And that's, like, the worst case scenario. Fortunately, though, for LH, they're getting a little bit of breathing room here.
Well, it felt like they kind of wanted to smoke and get wards up, but they just... Sentries, they have one Radiant Ward here, kind of scouting out stuff, but I feel they probably want to get a little more vision down. And now they show on map.
Well, any lane that they can push out past the river is going to be a huge alleviation of pressure, because then they can, you know, move around a bit, maybe find someone lingering from the side of Veggies on their side of the map. At the moment, though, they actually seem to be pretty close together in regards to where they're farming. But this is one thing, too, that you could definitely take note of, is that even though there is potential for Veggies to end the game right now,
they're
not going to do it, because they know that that's the one way you can play into LH's lineup right now, is walking up into a choke point. So they wait out the Roche. Blitz is going to scout it.
Yep.
This will be the cheese as well. And with this, they might feel confident enough to crack the base. But even if they don't want to go right now, again, it's about how much farm LH are getting in the meantime. And because their map control is so limited, the PA still is struggling, like 5k net worth at, you know, 27 minutes almost.
Yeah. Merlini now. Silver. Whoa, they actually have a gank coming in. It's Capitalist. He tries to go away. Fogs right here gets the stun up. Long range stun from the Earthshaker, and oh my goodness, Spear Breaker, it's melted. Ult in the back. They are going to punish this Disruptor, and there we go. They just lock him down. Merlini brings up. Merlini's doing so much damage. Silver Edge, Hurricane Pike brings him down. 3-for-0 trade right now. Earthshaker is definitely going down. Where's the last one? Smart. Lena just gets the hell out of there. Unfortunately, your Earthshaker has buyback. He's going to buy back immediately. The problem is you still have to wait 30 seconds to do anything.
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah. Lena's coming back. At least she pushes out top decently.
They're gonna go back for the rush now.
Do you like that, or do you think they should pressure while the heroes are down?
I think you should go for rush in this situation. Mainly because, you know, you force the enemy team to pretty much group up again. You know, they just use their smoke. So as long as you have vision, it's going to be really hard for LH to engage on this. And not to mention, they wanted to fight before Roshan anyway. They didn't want to give it to Veggies 2 times in a row, because they understand that they might not be strong enough to fend off another Aegis push with cheese.
Yeah. The problem is, right, there's 3 tier 1 towers still up, so they took that fight in Middle River. 2 people just TP'd to the tier 1s. 2 were already in Roche, and then they just collapsed on that fight so quickly. Now they have a double damage on Merlini. This is going to be super rough. He does 570 a hit.
If they do manage to hold this, though.
Jeez, they will. I will consider them gods.
Yeah, this is a very, very hard hold.
Jeez Louise.
Are they just going to walk bottom? I think bottom is the play.
Is he really holding the Wraith Band over the wand? That's interesting. It's only 2 more agility. That's definitely wrong, Merlini. Come on, dog.
It's more damage, though. I think
it's 4 more damage.
I think he just wants it for hitting the building. He's got Aegis.
Draskell,
anyway.
It's 4 more damage. Over getting life.
It doesn't have any
You even
charges.
lose 1 strength. Exactly, because he doesn't have it in. Is this guy kidding me right now? Am I sitting next to this guy?
I don't know.
I
think it's actually fine either way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a difference, obviously, but I feel it's not technically right, so I'll call out Merlini.
Just flame him. It's
Yeah,
fine.
he's a dumbass. I mean, oh god, I have to cast with them later. Hey, what up, dog?
Oh, what games are you guys casting later?
We're not. I was just kidding. I mean, I assume in the hub we might.
Yeah, because he usually does NAU, right?
He did Europe last time. He did NA 2 ago, so who knows? Oh, and they're just, look at this. Merlini just runs in. He has Aegis. He does so much a hit, but look at that. They're going to try to blow him up, get rid of that Aegis. They can't. Fog, nice job. Raya Borus hits the double man quote at the front. Gets denied. Oh, at least he heals up Spearbreaker, who just dies a little bit slower, unfortunately. Lena is back in 15 cents. Earthshaker has no buyback, and look at how they just zone each other. Whoa, Raya Borus going in a little. Uh-oh. Stuns up. Lose the racks.
Yeah, they weren't able to get anything there. The Echo's still up, though.
And here we go. Uh-oh, Merlini is going to melt him with that Silver Edge hit. Blue goes down as well. They're trying to send him back. Well, there we go. He gets the Aegis. Unfortunately, that is it. Blitz will finish him. Melting. Fog gets the kill with that extra damage from Sandstorm.
It seems like a little bit of a repeat of the previous game where Veggies just, they kind of won their lanes. Not as hard as they did before.
Yeah.
But they still won their lanes pretty handedly. There wasn't really much in the way of like what LH was doing to throw a wrench and what the Drow lineup was meant to do.
Here we go, the blink in, throws him up in the air. Nice Hurricane Pike. Unfortunately, probably won't be enough. Blitz is here. Rybor's just moving around. Can he hand off the cheese somehow from Blitz? Doesn't look like they won't even bring down Alina. Somehow survives Chrysalis on her as well. Disruptor sends back Ryu. Unfortunately, gets the bash actually. Then he goes away. Where's Laguna at? Laguna hit somebody. I have no clue who. And into the fountain they go. Gonna bring down Teal. They're just all the way in. Blitz tanking. They just killed them all in the fountain. All right.
There it is.
Good game. The disc connect. He's probably disc, but he's like, God, I played so well. This team is Garbo. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, they made it round of 64. I mean, they won 3 games before this. It's not bad.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with NA. Yeah, until tomorrow, like the round 2. That's the problem, right? In open qualifiers, I mean, that's how seeds work. So Veggies is a top seeded team. They're not going to play any good teams until what, like round of 16 or 8 because of how seeding works. So, I mean, they shouldn't be ashamed with how well they did. And there's always next round. If Veggies gets through this one, they don't have to worry about playing them. They just have to worry about playing PBD who won a TI. I mean, that's nothing big deal.
No big deal.
No big deal. It's just him. We're going to look at this. Let's see what we got going here. I mean, that's the biggest thing, right? I think the no safe lane farm. Zero. Actually,
their safe
zero.
lane, yeah, their safe lane got shut down.
And it didn't feel like, it felt like they were doing decent, but the problem is they were just not dying. When you're just not dying, you're not farming.
I mean,
that's still terrible.
How do you realistically kill a Sand King puck lane? That's the thing that
is, exactly.
I think instead of maybe trying to alleviate the pressure from their own safe lane, just charge the Drow. Like, it's a Winter Wyvern support. They have no stuns. You can just charge up there with the Earthshaker and, like, heck, even completely abandon the PA at that point, because you might as well. He didn't have any items anyway. Yeah. You could pressure the safe lane to a point where maybe at least Fogged feels like he has to TP up. Because Winter Wyvern is also not really a crazy strong lane support. She's okay, but you can definitely get overrun by the early game SB. So yeah, I did like their draft, though. I thought it was actually okay. Just execution, again, seems to be the big difference maker here in these last couple games.
Yep. Oh, in this game,